Hello, I'm Big Dummy72. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be doing another Transformer review. Now, you can't really see him that much to my left, but this is a very good figure. Today, we're going to be reviewing Unique Toys Dragoon. I don't know yet. Unique Toys UTR-03 Dragoon. It is a take on Transformers The Last Knight Megatron. This is a very, very good figure. Let me say off the bat. I really do like this figure. I'm not going to show him to you yet because I'm going to talk about him. I'm going to show you the box, then I'm going to show you him. So this is a very, very good figure. Like, this is some third-party black magic. Like, if China had put as much effort into preventing Corona as they did making this, there would be 0 cases. That would be an honest number. Because this is obviously, I'm pretty sure this is Chinese. And while I do hate China, they make some good Transformers. So, Unique Toys, they make some pretty good toys. They do have the Last Knight Optimus Prime, but unfortunately, it's not, like, it's pretty good. This figure actually comes with a replacement head for it, like a different mold, but I'm not going to be picking up that figure as there's a much better figure coming out, a much better Last Knight Optimus Prime, which is Toy World Knight Orion. So, if I remember to, I'll put a picture up on the screen of that. It looks really good. Anyway, so I guess we should start with the box. Just a bit before we start the review, this figure, the transformation process is going to be incredibly complicated. This thing took me like an hour and a half to transform. And it's kind of painful sometimes. We'll see if I do well this time. And for the first time ever, we should have an actual edited transformation section. So, take a quick look at the box. You get his face, the cool box looking thing. This is definitely the best looking box I've seen out of any of the Transformers I have. Side, this UT-R-03 Dragoon on the back. Robot mode, vehicle mode, and then down here, UT-R-03 Dragoon. So, yep, Unique Toys, good job. Now, let's get on to the figure. This is Unique Toys RT03, I think, or no, UT-R-03 Dragoon. Now, before we get on to the figure, we're going to talk about the stand. He does come with a stand, and so let me bring the camera over here. Yeah, so on the stand, it does not come assembled. Basically, you have the little stand section, and you have the spikes. The spikes are in little separate bags. I probably should have recorded me building it, but I didn't because I got this figure like 5 or 6 weeks ago, and I was too lazy to upload the video. Actually, no, not even just upload it, to record it. So, but it comes in a little cardboard box. So you just gotta remember the pattern when you're assembling it, because it's really easy to put together. Just remember small, small, big, small, small, big, small, small, big, so on and so forth. Just repeat that, the entire thing. Pretty easy. It'll take like a minute max to set up. And so this overall, it's not really the best stand. Like, he fits on it, and little spots on his feet, I'll have him to like fit on the little lines here. But there's not like a little peg or a little groove for him to fit in. No, nothing tabs in. So it's not the best stand, but it's pretty good. I'm thinking that Unique Toys might be starting something because, look here, there's a ball joint. So I think that this might be, if you've seen Transformers 3, this might be the driller bot, the little driller worm thing. I'll see if I put a picture of that on the screen. Yeah, this looks like the little driller thing. Oh, I zoomed in. My bad. So could this be the head of the driller thing? Could we have the entire thing, the entire Transformer made up of stands? Who knows? So now, here is Unique Toys Dragoon in all of his glory. I'll move the camera here. I'm gonna take him off his stand so that it's easier, because he's not as tall, because he's very big. This figure is quite large. Speaking of large, let's do some size comparisons. Now, on to some size comparisons. Here's Planet X Apocalypse. Here's some random book I found on my parents' table. Here's my god-awful school computer. And then here's my previous review, Perfect Effect Psychronite. So as you can tell, this figure is quite large. He's definitely at least a foot, maybe a bit taller than that, maybe a foot and a half. I'm too lazy to get a ruler, but yeah, he's very large. He's also very capable of getting out some very dynamic poses. Speaking of dynamic poses, let's get him in some action shots. So yeah, as you can see, this figure is very posable, which is surprising for such a figure which is surprising for a figure with such bulk. This thing, well, it's sure it may not be as heavy as Planet X Apocalypse or Pandanus, but it is still quite heavy for its size and for what I expected. For a third-party figure that's this small, not this small, sorry, that's, this size class, and that's also the price that was at, this is quite worth it. Now, speaking of posability, I guess we should get into the articulation. For articulation, let's take off the sword. So, you gotta swivel at the head, can look down that far, can look up slightly, and the spikes can move out, giving it a different appearance. Now, that's not all the spike moving out thing does. If you lift up the head, twist it around, you should probably open these up, makes it easier. Not necessary, but it makes it easier. Flip this around, put the skull back on, close back the chest, you get a more Megatron face. Now, this face is incredibly well detailed. It looks amazing. Now, while I do prefer the more clean, knight-like look of him with his mask, I do really like this face. So, on the other articulation, we have shoulder pad on a ball joint. The little chest plates are on a hinge, but that's mostly for transformation. Unfortunately, this one is a bit too loose. I think it's just mine, but oh well. So you have both are on a ball joint. Also, there is a hinge joint here, butterfly joint at the shoulder, ratchet here, also swivel. This goes back that far, full on another swivel here, bend at the elbow. You have individually, you got the opposable thumb, you got ball joint right there at the start of the finger, and then a hinge joint at the knuckle. Same thing with the pointer finger, except it's not on the ball joint, it's just on a hinge. And then the other three fingers are the same, but they're connected. Same thing on the other arm, no real difference there. Let's go down a little bit. You got a ball joint here at the, whatever we call this, like a little skirt, I guess, connected to a spring-loaded hinge joint. Same thing on the other side. You can adjust the back skirt, the hinge. The little front skirts here, they can be moved out like this, move up a little bit, they can move down. Both of them can do that. Then on the legs, you fold these up, you get a beautiful spread. You also get a little bit of extra effort. Another beautiful, oh wait, okay, spread. Then you can also have some little knee hinge. This can detach. This little metal thing can detach if you want for triple jointed knee, but that's unnatural. That's just part of the transformation process. Again, third-party black magic. And then you have a slight pivot at the ankle. The toe goes up and down a little bit. Yeah, that's basically the figure. Don't think I missed anything. But yeah, as I said, this figure is third-party black magic. Just looking at this figure, you can't really tell that he turns into a jet, but let me tell you, he does, and somehow he does. Of course, he does come with accessories. As I've said, comes with his sword, which looks very nice. Comes with this gun that's chained here. You can take that off, the little port right there if you want. And he comes with this shield. And as I also previously mentioned, he does come with a head for Unique Toys Challenger, their take on Optimus Prime from the Last Knight and Age of Extinction. Now, this, of course, is not just a gruesome little reminder to have Megatron hold the head of his arch nemesis, the leader of the Autobots, in his hand. While you can use it for that, that's not its main purpose. This, of course, is an alternate head for Unique Toys Challenger, their previous figure, which is an Optimus Prime. I did not have it. I'm not going to pick it up because, in my opinion, it's just a bit too blocky. I don't really like it that much. Yeah, this figure is third-party black magic. This is like some witchcraft shit. Like, this is, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, to put it in modern day terms, this is a figure worth simping for. Now, of course, here at the Big Dummy 72 channel, we do not endorse or allow any form of simping, because that is gay shit. So we do not do that. So, you know, no simping allowed. And so now that we've gone over robot mode, we should probably go into the transformation. Now, warning, this is going to be very complicated and very painful. All right, first off, I'm going to try to cut this as much as possible. I'm going to take off his accessories. And of course, this is where the big ass instruction manual comes in. Before we get started, I should probably mention, he does come with a little card. Stats in the back, pretty well rounded. This instruction manual is going to be very big. Let me just move him out for a second so you can see just what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. Move this over to the side so you can see. That's page 1. That's page 2. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun process, but let's see if we can get this done. First step, you take these, get the little shoulder back thing here. I'm going to pull that out until it is like this. Next up, I'm going to move these somewhat out of the way and move the arms back. All right, now I'm gonna flip them around, get a little adjusting, open it up. Next, I'm going to want to pop the head up a little bit. If I can get this, if I can pull this off, I'm going to want to pop that back and then move these and pull that out. And as you can see, it's going to get messy. All right, next up, I'm gonna get this. This thing opens here. Keep it like that. And yeah, you can, if you want, you can pop out the little landing pad here. Use jet mode. And it pops it like that. All right, next up, I'm going to flip this up like this. Getting all that aligned if you can. I'm gonna move the camera up so you guys can see. Going to open this, pull that out, put that back in. Then you're going to want to close this back up. This, you can see right there, this little peg in there, that pegs in like that. Next up, you want to get these things, get them to a comfortable position. There's a way to plug them in. Yeah, it's like, let's see. They attach in some way. So, you know, oh wait, I found it. You're going to want to put these, you see these little tabs right here. It goes into the slot right there. Do that on both sides. Try not to break your expensive transformer in the process. Next, I'm going to want to get these. Move this back down a little bit. I get these little panels here. And then you're going to want to try to collapse them to the best of your ability. It should lock down the spike. It's fine if it stays out, I think. Yeah, the instructions don't show the spike, so it should look like this. And my original thing, I was able to. Yeah, you just got to do it like that. Who knows? Maybe we might have to come back and fix that later. Wait. Yeah, we're going to adjust some things. So, all right. Now that you are hopefully done adjusting to an extent, want to move the camera down again. Get a I get these. Get little side skirts. Going to pop the little bronze things out. Pull out this, and then leave it like so for now. Same thing to the other one. All right, next up. Going to get this, open the legs up a little bit, get that, and bring it all the way around right here. I'm gonna want to close these on top over it. Now this is when the instructions start to get quite complicated. That's one thing that I wish Unique Toys would have gotten together, but oh well. Right, so now we're going to try to get these pieces right here, see that all line? They separate. So a little bit of effort, and hopefully not breaking your figure, you get this done quick. Like that. Now, I'm gonna have to maneuver this a little bit so you can get that completely separated. Next up, I want to get this, flip it like that. Next, onto the feet. I'm gonna get this, untab these, like so. Going to then move these in like that. And you should. Oh, I did it backwards because I'm not smart. So yeah, let's try that again. You gotta rotate these like so and attach them together like that. All right, next, you want to try to take this apart. So you just gently take that out, and then you're going to fold that up. Next step is going to be a bit complicated, as usual. I'm going to try to move the camera farther back so you can see it. Next up, get the leg. There's two little parts. Separate them. Yeah, separate. And then, if you did it right and you're not retarded like me, you should be able to separate your pieces. All right, as you can see here, this comes out like that. So you should have it in 3 different parts. Next up, get this. Going to this little thing underneath. Going to try your best. You gotta get it like that. Pull that out around like that. I'm going to fold that up and then fold this in. Now we move on to the back of the instruction manual. There's a little bit of a thing you should be doing here. If you have your little things here, you can actually pre-tab these in, but it takes a little bit of effort. Get them right. I don't know if we're supposed to do this yet, but I like to do it now. So you want to tab this in. As I said, tab that in like so. Should look like this. Get these little, see the little pegs here and little slots there. Try to fit those into there if you can. And that's the top section. Next up, I'll be doing something about Megatron here. I'm going to try to fold the legs out of the way so that this thing can rotate backwards. And of course, with this leg, I want to do the exact same thing you did this leg on the other leg. All right, now that you have the legs looking about the same, you can resume this. So, you want to make sure that Megatron here is laying fully back. So trust things should be like that. So fold the legs out a little bit so you can have some room. Told you this was going to get complicated. Next up, you're going to try to maneuver the arms a little bit. So, forgive me, this may take a second. So, you want to rotate that like this. Pop that out. Get this. Fold that in like so. That is one arm done. Now I want to do the exact same thing to the other side. All right, now both of the arms look like that. You are going to fold that down, push that out. Of course, same thing on the other side. fold down, push that out. Should look like this if you did it right. Next, you want to get the little feet things, and you are going to, yeah, it should be like that, I think. Yeah, so you should get the little leg, do it like that. Same thing on the other side. Actually, wait. So in this thing, you actually want to get them like that. So, you know, I said earlier that we're going to try to do something different, but no, we got to fix it like this. So, move these back, I think. Yeah, move it like this. 1, 2. Oh, move the camera. So, you see the saw right there? It's going to peg in right there. So this can take a little bit of maneuvering, so be careful. And it should look like that. Now, I'm gonna try to fix everything, make it look nice. Don't detach the thing. Give me a sec to make it look nice. Next, you wanna get this, pop this back and around. And you see this little tab plugs into that hole. So if you do it right, it should look like that. And I'm going to move this out of the way for a second. Now you're going to want to get this. I'm going to try to tab this in. So let me see if I can show it to you. You see the little tab right there? There's a small hole in there. You can't really see it. It's on a little golden thing on this thruster, but you're gonna have to plug the thing in. Now this process is very frustrating and long and tedious and difficult. So, right, this should tab in right there. See, they're connected. You're going to want to push this into there. There's a little golden thing right there. This little saw right there. If you do it well enough, they should reasonably attach, I think. If not, oh well, close enough. So now you're going to get this thing here, and you're going to fold it down onto this, like so. In fact, I actually think there's a little place for the tab in. Is there? There's not. Okay. Just gotta put it like that. There you go. You have one little wing thing done. You should always secure everything. Make sure everything is in place. Yeah, because this thing comes out. There you go. So that pegs in right there. I'll make sure you guys heard that snap noise. So everything locks in like that. You put that on top of that. Should have everything locked down pretty well. Now you're going to do the same thing to the other side. There you go. So now you should have everything done on both sides. So you just gotta get these flaps, put them up like this if you want, kind of however you want. You can put those however you want to position them. The figure should be looking pretty good. These things should not unpeg unless you're like me and you just want to cooperate. All right. Now for one last step, after you adjust this a little bit, you want to see the gun? There's a little peg here. Once you push that, it should come out. Now, this long peg plugs in to a hole right there. Like that. Now, the last step is you get the chain. Remember how it was tabbed into the shoulder? Well, you don't want to plug it in right there. So, if I can get it done. There we go. So, yep, that's what it does. Now, if you want, you can store the sword on top like this. You just, there's a little plug right here. Tab that in right there. And there we go. Now the sword's attached too. I don't like it like that though. I don't think it looks as good. Take that off. So yeah, now let's get this guy on the ground, or sorry, on my table, so I can show him off. So here is Unique Toys Dragoon in all of his spaceship glory. He does look pretty good. He can fit on the stand in spaceship mode if you want. You just plop him on like that. And there we go. Overall, yep, very good ship mode. We'll just start off a little bit. Let's show the detail. Yeah, they did a very good job on this. As I said, black. It's like not black. Third-party black magic. Like this is some really like this is obviously made in China because it's gonna take an Asian to come up with this level of complicated shit. So, you know, he looks really good. I really do like it. Not really any obvious kibble. For those of you who aren't in the Transformers know about, like you don't know what that means. Kibble is signs of robot mode. So as I'm saying, there's no real kibble unless you flip it over, see the big ass Megatron head in the back. But you know you're not going to be looking there. It's just, you know, it's really good. I really do like this. I wish there was weapon storage for the shield. There is not. Like I've tried, it isn't plugged in anywhere in the spaceship mode. And of course, again, you can put the sword you can put the sword up there if you want, but I choose not to. So anyway, yeah, I guess we should do some size comparisons. So for size comparisons, here's the stand he comes with. A different book that I had to read in English class, but don't worry, this is not going to get unintelligent literature reviews. Something else will. And then here's that same laptop I was talking about earlier. So overall, this is an incredible figure. I really do like it. This makes me happy that there are Transformers out here that look like this, and it's not just that, you know, we actually have stuff out there, you know, even if it's third party, you know, as I've said, amazing figure. Quoting myself earlier, this is definitely a figure worth simping for. Of course, I didn't have to simp for it. I would never simp for anything because, you know, down here at Big Dummy 72, the YouTube channel, there's no simping allowed. You know, any sign of simping, you're out because that is that gay shit. We don't do that. So, this is definitely a good figure. I do recommend it. Anyway, you know, I'm Big Dummy 72. This is Unique Toys Dragoon, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time.